Hello, everyone. Some of you may remember me years ago. I had a channel called Opinion Avenue. And on that channel, I discussed all things housewives, Atlanta mainly, Real Housewives of Potomac, and all the other issues that were going on. But most of you only listen to my Real Housewives of Atlanta and Potomac reviews. So that was fine. I gained a following, and a lot of people were watching and commenting on the videos and things like that. So I'm going to basically come out of retirement. I'm not sure how long I'm coming out of retirement, but I'm going to come out of retirement to do these reality show reviews. For those of you that follow me, you knew what my style was, and yes, I'm Team 12. Yes, I'm a Pisces, and so I was just really kind of on that journey, trying to develop my YouTube channel. Like I said, I had a decent following when I was starting off, but somewhere along the line, it was getting very toxic. It was becoming something that was beyond who I was as a person, despite the fact that I had all types of things going on in my life, personal things, personal real dramas and traumas, and just, things that I had to deal with on my own. And so because of that, um, I've I've made it on the other side of all the drama, bad relationships, professional and otherwise. And I'm finally at a place where I'm doing different things. I'll tell you more about that as time goes on. But I just wanted to let y'all know, for those of you that were following me back then, hopefully you'll follow me again. But if not, there's so many people out here doing reviews and all these other things that are going on with celebrities and things like that. But what made my channel different outside of doing the reviews for celebrities, I actually was doing other things that are going on in the world, in the entertainment world, that were more of a serious nature, something you didn't see a lot on other people's channel. As a matter of fact, I first started my channel with a little bit of everything: politics, health issues, local entertainment, but nobody was really grasping toward that until I started doing reviews on all these reality shows. Like I said, I'm trying to get back into that, but I have other stuff going on. So I'm not sure how often these reviews are going to be done because, again, I've got so many different wonderful things that are going on in my life right now. I'm really just trying to just prioritize it all. So for me, the goal is just to give you guys something once a week, at least once a week. Um, and I recently had two channels. I had two tarot channels. One channel was on the zodiac tarot and all the zodiac energy, and then there was another one still tarot, but involving all of the celebrities, and that one was gaining a lot of traction. I've since deleted those videos because, again, I had a lot of things going on in my life. But I want to get back to that, but do it in a more simplistic way. I'm not sure what the time limit is going to be for those tarot videos. For those of you that want them, some of you may want them on your favorite reality show celebrities. Some of you may not. But if you do, then you'll let me know, and in the description of this video. But I'm at 4 minutes and 41 seconds. Normally I do a lot of talking. I don't like to fast talk and be done with a whole video. I like to really get in depth with my videos. Some people don't want to hear me talk, and I heard that a lot when I had my previous channels. that I was talking too much, and then when I was going fast, all of a sudden we need you to talk longer. So you can imagine I was just really confused about what they wanted. But I do want to do more videos like that. But I'm on a spiritual journey now, one that I'm not ever going to turn back on. I'm on a different spiritual journey, and I'm not gonna get into what that is because it's really nobody's business. But just like I said, I love reading tarot. I have a natural gift for it. One that you can imagine wasn't always supported because, like most black people, you grow up a certain way and you can't do this, do that, believe in that and all that. But, I'm 50, soon to be 52 years old. I know I don't look it, darling. Mwah. Yes, darling. Yeah, y'all little Mariah Huck teens right there, baby. I love me some Mariah Huck. If you don't, I don't give a damn. But yeah, so this video is basically what's going on. I'm gonna do a video. So this video, I don't know if it should be a tarot video because there's a lot required to do those tarot videos and energy. Some people just do tarot videos. They have their tarot decks. It's for me, it's a whole process. I got to get the room cleansed. I got to be cleansed. All the tools have to. It's a process. It's not a. That's why when you start doing them, some people just do them. But I do them because for me, there has to be a whole cleansing of self, spirit, the environment, and that takes a while. And then when I get in deep, I go in deep. So a lot of people don't like those type of tarot videos. I love them. But some people want something short and quick. I don't do short and quick, so sometimes just depends. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. No, but seriously, so this video is going to be a quick video of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15. I'm gonna just say some things. It's not a particular episode. It's not even a finale. Because I haven't seen it, and I'm not going to get on Peacock and pay for the subscription to see it on it. I'm going to watch it on a regular YouTube channel because as I've gotten older, I've gotten a little wiser with my money. Okay? Now, I ain't doing all that subscription stuff. It's just not happening. But from what I've seen on YouTube, I have saw a whole episode, on YouTube. And I might watch it on Peacock if my wallet moves me to do that. If it doesn't, I probably won't. But I'm gonna just say something about Courtney. Her brand name is Brandista, and let me just say that. Let me bring it up. I'm gonna put all my links and stuff in the my communications in the look at me using big words, communications. I do have a lot of degrees. I'm not bragging. I'm just I want to go back to school and do maybe 2 more and that's it. But anyway, I'm writing a book and I'll tell you about that later on too. My second book, working on third book, but I'll tell y'all later on. Okay, this is about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15. I'm going to talk about Courtney real quick and maybe a few other people. Then I'm going to post all this and y'all can have that and decide if y'all want to see my butt again or not. I don't know. But, okay. Now, Courtney, when her name is Brandista, that's her Twitter handle. And I think it's Courtney Rhodes or whatever her name is. The woman is very interesting because I'm going to tell you what... she is really kind of giving me some type of vibe. You got to be careful what you say. We all live in a world where mental illness is a very, very sensitive topic, very new to African Americans discussing it out in public, whereas the rest of the world has pretty much caught up, been on the, but for blacks, and let me just say this: I don't co-sign to any religion. I don't go to church. I don't do none of that. So if that has deterred you from listening to me any further, then you can go and click right blank off because I don't care. I don't do religion. I don't co-sign to it. I have my own spiritual journey, my own faith. If you don't like it, you ain't got to. I'm not forcing nobody to be here. So you can go on and skedaddle or whatever the term is these days and just keep it moving. But anyway, mental health is a very serious topic within the black community. One where for many decades, only within the last decade that I've been alive, and I'm 51, people have really started to talk about mental illness in the black community. We have finally woken up and say, you know what? For those that do prayer, you can keep on praying. But you need to talk to somebody in the here and now. That's what I believe, okay? Because there are too many human beings walking around here with a lot of education, with a natural ability to help somebody. Not a manipulation, not a trickery, but to help somebody because they have some insight. So much so where, fortunately, a lot of them have an education to back that. Who, for those people who've always had an interest in trying to help people, psychologists, neuropsychology, that's the thing too. So for me, I think people really need to get out of this box where just pray on it, just pray on the prayer. Like I said, for those of you who pray, go ahead and pray. But at the end of the day, there's a human being who was qualified, verified, and dignified enough to listen to you, your problems, and try and help you find a guide. Not tell you what it is, but try and help you find a guide to better mental, psychological help. And I think for the black community, I'm not going to say it's too late, but a lot of damage has been done to us because of that. Because we chose not to seek out help because we felt ashamed or we felt like, we're going to be discriminated against or people are going to think we have to say certain words on YouTube. I'm learning that now because back then you could say whatever you want, but you can't do it now. I'm not saying hateful stuff, but black people are at the point now where there's no more shame, there's no more discrimination, but a lot of us wasn't getting that help and it was a shame. So go out and get the help you need. And so with Courtney Rhodes and other folks who suffer with mental illness, such like myself sometimes, I sometimes I am. But there are different things you have to be able to deal with this anxiety, depression, and all the other issues that you have. It's not easy for anyone. But I think Courtney's problem, when I'm referencing when she spoke to Candy on Candy Speak On It. What day was that? That was yesterday. Let's see. That was the 27th of August 2023. And what happened with that was she kept talking about her mental illness. And for me, I'm thinking, if you are this person who believes that mental illness is a concern, it is somebody's sensitive journey, and you value humanity, like she says, and I thought it was very piss poor of her to then, say I wouldn't fight a mental person, I'll have my sister to fight the mental person. Or she even mentioned how Drew had gave her tequila. Do you know for a fact that she gave her sister Allison tequila? You know what I'm saying? Why she was going through all of that? I mean, I just thought she was just really damaging the whole idea of black people getting mental help. She really kind of put what they say a wrench in the process of black people not being afraid and not being feeling anxiety or a certain kind of way about getting help. And I felt that at that moment, she not only scared away a lot of people who could have got something out of that conversation with Candy about mental illness, had she kept it ethical, and had the both of them kept it, okay, this is a serious issue. Where is it coming from? Let's talk about this issue. But it was all, I don't have, it was all shits and giggles. It was all shits and giggles, and I felt like because Courtney was sitting up here, basically the facilitator of the conversation, facilitated as in mentioning the information, not as the host like Candy was and interviewing her. I mean, as far as issuing the information, coming out with it, distributing the tea, as it were. You set anybody who was dealing with stuff in that way, you set them back. You make them feel like they can't come forward. But the good news is everybody who was watching that boring ass speak on it, and it was fucking boring, Candy. I know you probably never gonna see this, but if you do, you know what I'm saying? It was a boring ass speak on it, you know. And I said some things on Twitter about it in your comment section, which you conveniently erased, and I ain't got a problem with that either. My thing is, fortunately, nobody is listening to her because there is a, and I have to be careful because I'm mentioning mental health, you know, in general. There is a disconnect between this woman, Courtney Brandista. What is her name for real? Let's get to it, y'all, because it's a lot of let's get to what the real deal is here. Now, I tweeted several things. I can't find it now, but where is it? I tweeted several things, and I think you know, she was talking about people, you know, how people are acting, how people are betraying themselves. She mentioned Kenya. We're gonna get to that in a minute. I'm like I said, I don't care. She ain't blocked me yet, but she probably will soon. I feel it's happening soon. My thing with her is her name is Courtney RHOA. The R is, I'm sure, for ridiculous. You know what I'm saying, or some other term that any of you can think of. But there's a disconnect, you know. And now, if she's going to really start breaking down what people are going through, and she basically called Drew a pathological liar, and she's lying, and she's doing this. The rumor is that, you know, due to some, I'm assuming it would have to be, like I said, I'm not a doctor or psychologist, but if I were to ask one, I'm sure one of them trained medical people in the psychology world, they would say that anytime, and this is all alleged, that you would burn up your husband's home, that you have been divorced from or recently divorced, there is some internal issues, internal trauma. And I bring that up because she was on this podcast, which, in my opinion, was extremely biased. It's called Beyond the Veil, Beyond the Veil podcast, and you can tell that every interview that has ever been done in regards to this particular cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, they've gotten everybody who hates Candy and Kenya and Drew basically on the show, because I haven't seen anybody else on the other side on this show, on his little podcast on YouTube. And I say little because I'm just getting started again, but you know, I've been here before on this YouTube review stuff, so I'm no amateur. But I can assure you that from what I'm seeing, you know, it was one-sided. But on that podcast, she mentioned how it was every 5 seconds is Kenya this and Kenya this, and she talked about Kenya's internal trauma. Now, this was prior to Kenya revealing everything that she revealed to Carlos King in her 2-part series, like Nene had. But Kenya, in my opinion, Nene's was very kind of targeted. I'm gonna say that Kenya became targeted. I'm both of those. Let me put it this way: both of the interviews were both Nene and Kenya had targeted interviews. Both of Nene targeted basically the whole cast, meaning she didn't have a care in the world where her, you can't say sudden stuff on YouTube. She didn't care where her landed. Basically, she was just trying to get everybody in the fray. Kenya, on the other hand, has some specific targets, you know what I'm saying, and not the whole cast. But then again, Nene is not on the show anymore, so she can have a whole bolo list of characters she don't like. And for those of you that in the security police field, bolo means be on the lookout. And usually that's a list of people that shouldn't be on the property or people you have to look out for because they're suspicious. So Nene had a whole bolo list of people that she didn't like, basically the whole cast and the whole productions, all this stuff. And so with Kenya, it was a little bit more direct. It was direct, but it was more specific to like one or two people until part two. Then she got to production. But getting back to what I was saying, Courtney hadn't seen the video, but she was talking about Kenya was a mean girl. Kenya was a mean girl. We all knew Kenya's drama with her mother and all of that is going on. That's the person that she is. But I think that even somebody who doesn't like Kenya, and that's nobody over here because we all love you over here, Kenya Team Twirl. I think that, Courtney had an agenda to come on that show. And like Kenya said, she was seeing it from a fan's perspective. And I think there was some type of delusion, maybe a breakdown of her mental psychosis to rationalize that this woman, Kenya Moore, that I'm seeing on television is somebody I don't know. I've never spoke to. We haven't had any run-ins. I've only seen her on television or somewhere out in the public where I was never at or never going to be. And so she's seeing all this from a fan perspective. So everything she was saying about Kenya, it sounded a little... And again, I have to be very, very, very patient, and I have to be very temperamental with the words that I use. It was sounding very Norman Bates in the Motel 6, Kenya in the shower, and now y'all know the rest. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it was sounding like to me, and I felt a certain kind of way about it. And I'm like, this Kenya is right. This woman is delusional, and I think she had an agenda. I think. If I'm going to go so far as to say, I believe that the producers hyped Courtney up enough to go after Candy, use the alcohol for an excuse if it ever comes down to why she did it, and definitely go after Kenya because that's, if you're one of those, she's in that Marlo mode. She's in that Marlo mode and that Portia and mode, you know what I'm saying? I'll let y'all figure out what that mode is, you know what I'm saying? But she's in that mode. So she was coming for Kenya no matter what. I think production had it out for Kenya, and why not send Courtney off the rails, in need of, we all are in need of counseling, but Courtney is in need of counseling. Okay? She's in need of counseling due to her past relationships, due to what's going on. Now, we don't know if Kenya has had counseling. I believe she may have. Considering what is going on with her and her mom, she may have had counseling. But, and we can see there might be so much so where having Brooklyn as her beautiful daughter, clearly she was able to find some way of getting this out. And her counselor may have been talking to a good Judy, a good friend, good somebody who, and that sometimes is counseling. Saying, is it by a clinical professional? No, but sometimes, if when it's immediate, you need that immediate friend. You know what I'm saying? So that's how she is probably the great mother that she is with Brooklyn. because somewhere along the way she found some type of counseling. She found some type of inner peace. Meanwhile, Courtney is giving us a good. Courtney is giving us. I don't know if you all are familiar with history, and I'm not a history buff, but I've read books. Okay, I'm sure some of y'all have too. Hopefully, uh, um, Courtney. She reminds me of I forgot her name. The famous quote was "Let him eat cake." Okay, you know, this woman, she was the queen of France. You know what I'm saying? The name escapes me, but her whole thing was "Let him eat cake." She don't care, you know, you know, she found out what "Let him eat cake" meant, and you know, she effed around and found out. Well, the people showed her what they gonna give her some cake. You know, it's some of that sharp metal cake. You know what I'm saying? That you know that when they cut, it cuts a very good slice. If you get my drift, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go look that up. Um, and so she reminds me of that person. Like she about to let him eat cake. Like you know, like she said when she was talking to Candy. Oh, Candy, she's just a mean girl. She's a mean girl, mean girl, mean girl, mean girl, mean girl, mean girl. Yeah, mean girl. You know, you know, I didn't know if she was going to pick up a drink with those long fingers and fingernails, fake fingernails, or was she going to fly out somewhere and, you know, fly over a river and pick up some salmon and bring it back to the speaker on an interview with those talents she got for fingernails and long fingers, whatever. It don't matter, you know. I want to say a lot of stuff, but you know, But yeah, she's a very interesting character. So let me see. Yeah, this basically, like I said, I had to come out of retirement to come and get y'all together. People going against Team Twirl. I mean, Team Twirl's doing fine. I've been watching. I haven't been doing no reviews, but I've been watching. I've been watching very closely. Team Twirl, they was always in effect. You know, never giving up on Miss Kenya Moore hair care, honey. Yes. Kenya, what you think? I'm growing my afro again. Is it popping, baby? What you think, Team Twirl, huh? What y'all think? Anyway, I was debating whether or not I was going to open up this comment section, but you know, I'm not afraid of nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm a wordsmith. You know, Kenya is the shade assassin, and I'm the absolute. I'm the slayer. Kenya is the shade assassin, and I'm the slayer of the Team Twirl, honey. Slice and dice with the words, baby. She's the shade assassin, and I'm the king. I'm the night slayer of Team Twirl, honey. Yes, yes. Back in the day, I'm the original, one of the original Team Twirl Corporation board members, baby. Yes. I was one of the original board members. You know, some of y'all remember me from Opinion Avenue back in the day. But a lot has changed. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't know how often I'll be doing these reviews. But I'm looking forward to doing Real Housewives of Potomac. I took a break from that nonsense too. But I was always watching. Do have some choice words about Giselle and Robin, aka ammonia and bleach. Yes, toxic all day long. Toxic all day long, honey. Because the two of them are very special. You know, not in a way where you dying to see them. You know what I'm saying? But you dying to let them know how you feel. You know what I'm saying? And but hey, that's what they do, right? But yeah, I just had to get on here and get Miss Courtney Ridiculous Rose together. She ain't blocked me yet, but you know, I'm sure somebody gonna send this to her and she'll block me. But like I said, that interview that you had with her, Candy, it was boring. It was ineffective. It was only a telltale sign of the type of blank she is, that she would divulge dark secrets. And yeah, we're going to blame Ralph too, because if what she says is true, she had these intimate conversations with her cousin about what's going on in his marriage. I blame him and he is not the man, because we ain't gonna get into the just hilarious and the who's the real woman thing. This ain't that conversation. Although I wanted to comment on that a lot, but I didn't because there was no place for it. As far as I concerned, my role in there was a place because it did concern the community as a whole. But I just you gotta pick your battles, baby. But Ralph to have had that intimate release of information to Courtney makes me think that he's not a good person. I want to say a lot. I could say a lot, but they probably ban the video. I don't know. Ain't none of it gonna be monetized. No way till I hit 1,000 people. Well, whatever, y'all. I just feel like this season, I thought last season was bad. And let me talk about Marlo real quick because we're already at 30 minutes and this is supposed to be the first video in a long time. I'm warning y'all out. But now I'm going to be quick. Marlo, what is your Marlo Hampton? What is it? Latoya? What is it? Jenna Sequoia? Lay Archive, don't. Don't buy my clothes. For a woman to look so beautiful, and Marlo is a beautiful woman. I will give her that. She does have style. But I'd be curious just how many designers over in those places where they have conversations about people like you wearing their clothes actually give up about you. That's what I would love to be and fly on those walls in those countries designing clothes that you are dying to get and become a label. What are they saying about people like you? I have an idea what they saying, but YouTube won't allow it to be said here. But you so into it. I mean, all of them are into it. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, everybody loves a good designer. You know what I'm saying? Everybody does, but I think the way she talks about it, you said she was sleeping with these people. You say she was doing some very intimate things with these people. Because nobody, grew up the way she grows up. And I'm not saying nobody can be given a second chance, because everybody should if they're actually meaning to be given a second chance by doing right. Shouldn't have what she has, but I'd be real curious as to what type of connection she really have. We know she's jealous of Kenya because that's the only reason I can come up with all this nonsense. And the fact that Kenya released in the season 15 reunion trailer that her phone number was found in Mark's phone. Girl, what the you doing calling him? He ain't got no money, so he can't buy designer. He don't look like he can. So you ain't getting your 8. So what are you doing calling him? There's only one reason. You were giving him information to be used against Kenya. The writing's on the wall, not on this wall, because when I move out of here, I want my security deposit, so ain't gonna be no writings on this wall. No, we ain't doing that one. But you know what I'm saying? The writing's on the wall. Like, what is going on here? Baby, what is going on? They got a little picture here, y'all. It's a mess. I ain't doing all that fancy picture stuff. Y'all can do that. You want to see all that fancy picture stuff, you might see it here maybe one day. But if you want to see it on a regular basis, people got all the cameras and screens up and this and that and you know what I'm saying? Do all that. Go over there. Because I'm just coming back. So you can go over there and do all of that. Okay? When I get to a certain subscribership, I will let y'all know where I'm going to get these cameras from. This ain't a bad setup. It could be better, but, I think I'm doing pretty good right now. But anyway, we're going to get there. Like I said, I'm getting back into the groove, and I'll let y'all know about other things that I got going on, too. I'll put all that in the description, the links to my books and all that stuff. So if y'all want to check that stuff out. But yeah, Marlo is a tragedy. With no continuation. It's a mini series that you only want to watch one time. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, Courtney, Yeah, and can we talk about the jury though? Okay, this video is going longer than it should have, but I'm back now, so we got to talk about it. I went over to Courtney's site, and the jury. Now, somebody said it was gold plated. Okay, there is nothing wrong with gold plated jewelry if beneath that is actual like pure silver or maybe a titanium metal underneath that. I don't know if titanium and gold can even be mixed, or maybe even a high quality stainless steel. But we don't know a gold plated what's underneath it. That is the question. That is, oh yeah, and by the way, since some of y'all are wondering, I'm blessed to have this. This is 18 karat, the chain, and this right here is, I think the guy said 10 karat. So, for those of you haters that's going to start putting in the comments, what's underneath my gold? Nothing, because it's all gold. Thank you. But even if it wasn't, I'll let you know. Matter of fact, I do have some stainless steel pieces and silver pieces, you know what I'm saying, that are covered in gold. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are both gold and silver. You know what I'm saying? And the same like twisted chain. I don't know if that not twisted, but the chain where you get two and one, and then it's gold and silver connected. So just so y'all clear, because I know that was gonna be next. I know how y'all. Like I said, I'm no amateur at this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly y'all are gonna try to come from. But yeah, Marlo is a tragedy. She that mini series you only gonna watch once, and you ain't gonna dare get it on DVD. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna walk right past it in Target or wherever you can. It appears itself, you know. But I did some predictions. I already did them on Twitter. Like I said, I'm gonna put all my information in the description box when I shut up talking. But anyway, y'all. Like I said, thank y'all for coming back. For those of you who gonna remember me, for the new people who don't remember me, fine. Yeah, I don't. In 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. In the 6 years that I've been gone, let me see, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. In the 7 years, I'm sorry, that I've been gone, I've seen a lot of stuff on these vloggers, and everybody got their own style. But I've also seen a lot of garbage in these vloggers and how they do things and how they talk and all of that. And I can assure you that I'm not impressed. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, some people just are not discriminate with certain language that they use. I know a lot of black people are watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, but does the language that you give to them and trying to describe the episode, does it have to be super ebonics? Does it have to be so kitchen Creole? None against my Creole people, because I love y'all. I lived in Belize for years. 2 years, but I loved it. You know what I'm saying? How about regular English? How about not every word being a kitchen Creole word? You know what I'm saying? Give somebody a description. There's nothing wrong with a little ratchetness. We all love that. Myself included. But come on, let's let's anybody over 38 years old, can we use the English language a little bit in our reviews? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay? All right. So anyway, that is my little summation of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15. There's really wasn't nobody else to talk about. I talked about a few people, and that's pretty much it. If Kenyon does not, oh yeah, and I'm gonna talk about my braces too, because that's another thing y'all gonna put in the comments. Why is a 51, soon to be 52-year-old man wearing braces? Because what I needed and what I wanted as far as the look of my teeth, I would not get that if I went modern or up the conventional way, like Invisalign and other things. I had to do the traditional route to get the the overall effect that I, one, needed and two, wanted. So, all right, we got that cleared up. Okay. I will see y'all. This has been the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 kind of review. I don't know what this channel is going to be called. Oh, yeah. I have an idea. I don't know. I'm going to call it, let's see. What should I call this channel? It's already, okay, well, yeah, I'll figure it out. But anyway, I appreciate y'all being here. And for those that remember me, thanks for coming back. Love you.